Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. GeoDjango and PostGIS, Episode 2 of 15. The shortest path between 2 points on Earth is not a straight line, it is a curve. If your database treats longitude and latitude like an ordinary X and Y grid, your distance queries are going to be completely wrong. Fixing this requires understanding the difference between the PostGIS geometry and geography data types. By default, spatial databases operate on a flat, two-dimensional plane. This is the geometry type. It uses standard Cartesian mathematics. If you want to find the distance between 2 points, the database essentially draws a straight line and applies the Pythagorean theorem. This approach is incredibly fast and highly precise for local data. If you're mapping out a city block, plotting the walls of a building, or tracking the exact boundary of a small park, the curvature of the Earth is negligible. A flat map works perfectly. Developers often assume they can use the geometry type for everything. They store global GPS coordinates, which are degrees of longitude and latitude, inside a flat geometry column. When they ask the database to calculate a distance, it returns a meaningless number in degrees rather than meters or miles. To get real-world distances with the geometry type across large areas, you have to continually translate your data into specific localized map projections. This is exactly why PostGIS provides the geography type. The geography type models the Earth as a sphere. Specifically, it natively uses the WGS84 spatial reference system. When you store coordinates in a geography column, the database understands that the surface is curved. When you ask it for a distance, it does not draw a flat line. It calculates a great circle route. Think about measuring a flight path from New York to London. If you use the geometry type on a standard, unprojected flat map, the database calculates a straight line cutting directly across the grid. If you use the geography type, the database calculates the true shortest distance around the curve of the Earth, tracing the Great Circle over the Atlantic. Better yet, the geography type returns this distance in meters automatically. You completely bypass the need to manage complex map projections yourself. Here is the key insight. You might conclude that geography is the superior type and should replace geometry entirely. That is false. Calculating distances on a sphere requires heavy trigonometry. It demands significantly more processing power than flat plane math, making operations on geography types slower. Furthermore, PostGIS supports far fewer spatial functions for geography than it does for geometry. Many advanced geometric operations simply do not translate to spherical mathematics. Your choice entirely depends on the physical span of your data. Use the geography type when your application stores points globally and needs accurate distances without projection management overhead. Use the geometry type when your data is confined to a specific local region or when you need absolute maximum performance and the full suite of spatial functions. The type you pick defines the shape of the world your database lives in. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Until next time, take it easy.